Two nations, two armies, one question that millions are asking right now. If the United States and Egypt ever went head-to-head, who would walk away? Today, we break down the real numbers: jets, tanks, rockets, budget. No bias, just facts. Stay until the end, because the answer might genuinely surprise you. Let's start where it all begins: money. The United States spends $886 billion on its military every single year. That's not a typo. $886 billion. Egypt, $4.6 billion. That gap, nearly 200 times larger, shapes everything you're about to see. But here's what's fascinating. Egypt does more with less than almost any nation on Earth. And that's what makes this comparison so interesting. Now let's talk about air power, the first thing that decides any modern war. The United States Air Force operates over 2,085 combat aircraft: F-22 Raptors, F-35 Lightnings, B-2 Spirit stealth bombers, the most advanced flying machines ever built by human hands. Egypt operates 218 combat aircraft, including F-16s, Rafales, and MiG-29s, not a small number by any measure. In fact, Egypt ranks among the top 20 air forces on the planet. But the gap in air supremacy? It's staggering. America doesn't just have more planes, it has stealth, it has carrier-based aviation, it has aerial refueling on a scale Egypt simply cannot match. Edge, United States, and it's not even close.
Ground forces, the backbone of any military. The United States fields 5,500 battle tanks, led by the legendary M1 Abrams, considered by many experts to be the finest main battle tank ever produced. Egypt, 4,624 tanks, making it the largest armored force in Africa and one of the largest in the entire Middle East. And here's where it gets interesting. Egypt's active military personnel stands at 440,000 soldiers, battle-hardened, desert-trained, and operating in terrain they know intimately. America has 1.4 million active personnel, yes, but Egypt's army is no symbolic force. It is a real, capable, and battle-ready fighting machine. This one is closer than you expected. Rockets and artillery, the weapons that reshape the battlefield in minutes. And here's something most people don't know. Egypt actually edges out the United States in rocket projectors, 1,360 versus America's 1,340. Yes, you heard that right. Egypt has more rocket artillery than the most powerful military on Earth. Now, America compensates with precision-guided munitions, cruise missiles, and a nuclear arsenal of over 5,500 warheads. Egypt has none. But in raw rocket count, Egypt wins. And that is not a fact you'll find in most videos. Naval power. And this is where the gap becomes almost incomprehensible. The United States Navy operates 490 warships, including 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. 11. The rest of the world combined operates around 20 total. It also has 68 nuclear submarines, invisible, silent, and lethal. Egypt's navy is respectable for a regional power, 221 vessels, 8 submarines, and a strong presence in the Mediterranean and Red Sea. Its geographic position guarding the Suez Canal is genuinely strategic, but against the full might of the US Navy, there is simply no comparison. So where does this leave us on the global stage? According to the Global Firepower Index 2025, the most respected military ranking in the world, the United States holds the #1 position, with a power score of 0.0744, the closest any nation has ever come to a perfect military index. Egypt ranks 16th in the world, and first across the entire continent of Africa. To put that in perspective, Egypt's military outranks countries like Poland, Pakistan, and Argentina. It is a serious, modern, and capable force, just operating at a fundamentally different scale. The verdict is clear, but the story is more complex than the numbers alone. America's military is in a league of its own, but Egypt punches well above its weight class, and that deserves respect. If you want to see how Egypt stacks up against other regional powers, or how the US compares to China or Russia, drop it in the comments. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.